Today the topic is sexual reproduction in animals. In this chapter, we will also discuss about few points of human reproductive system also. Okay, so let us start. Sexual reproduction is the production of a new organism from two parents by making use of their sex cells or gametes. In this process, male gametes fuses with a female gamete to form a new cell called zygote. You can see a picture also here. The female gamete is called ovum or egg, and the male gamete is called sperm, and both unite to form the zygote. This is the process, and the process is called fertilization to form the embryo. Okay, this zygote then grows and develops into a new organism in due course of time. Sometimes sex cells or gametes are also called as germ cells. Okay, 23 number of chromosomes from the female portion, and the 23 number of chromosome comes from the male portion, and both unite to form the 46 chromosome number, or 23 pair of chromosome having the embryo body is called sexual reproduction process. Okay, the humans, fishes, frogs, cats, dogs, etc. also reproduce by the method of sexual reproduction, especially in mammals category. Okay, male and female, you can see one picture also here, to form the zygote. Male and female, through meiosis, they form the gamete. This process is called fertilization. They produce one zygote, then the young ones is formed having 2n number of chromosome, and is 23 pair or 46 chromosome. Okay, the gametes. In animals, male sex cells or male gametes are called as sperms, and female sex cells or female gametes are called as ova or egg. You can see one picture also here. Nucleus is the important part of ovum. Sperm cells are hundreds or thousands times smaller than ovum or egg and have a long tail. The sperm cell having one long tail, and the ovum cell consists of corona radiata, zona pellucida, different layers. We will discuss detail about the structure of ovum and structure of sperm. I have discussed one bit here. Sperm cells are hundreds or thousands times smaller than ovum. Ovum are bigger in size as compared to the sperm cells. The sperms are motile, which can move independently with the help of their tail. With the help of tail, the sperm cells can move easily to ovum or egg cell, near egg cell. In animals, there are some cyclical changes that occurs during reproduction. In animals such as cows, dogs, sheep, deer, etc., it is called oestrus cycle, and in mammals like humans, apes, and monkeys, it is called menstrual cycle. We will discuss details about the topics, what is menstrual cycle, what is oestrus cycle, in the next classes. Okay, old age often signifies the end of the reproductive phase. Stages of sexual reproduction. There are three distinct events that occurs here, which can be categorized as pre-fertilization, fertilization, and post-fertilization. Then let us discuss about pre-fertilization. Pre-fertilization means before fertilization, what are the changes occurs in the sperm and ovum cell is called pre-fertilization preparation. This is a stage that occurs prior to the fertilization. Before fertilization, the period is called pre-fertilization. The two events that occur at this stage are gametogenesis and the transfer of gametes. In gametogenesis, the gametes, male and females, are formed. Gametes are haploid cells, and are distinct in males and females. One process that is called spermatogenesis. In that process, in a one single cycle, 4 sperm cells are produced, and in one oogenesis cycle, only one ovum is produced. This process is called oogenesis. The process of formation of ovum from the female partner is called oogenesis, and the process of formation of sperm in a one cycle is called spermatogenesis. In each cycle, the male body can produce 4 sperm cells and female body can produce only one ovum cell. This point you have to remember here. Female gametes or ova are non-motile, while the male gametes or sperms are motile. Transfer of gametes occurs when the male gametes gets transferred, after which fertilization occurs. Ovum are unable to move, or the ovum is non-motile in nature, while the sperm is motile in nature, and it has tail also to swim towards the ovum, and the process is called fertilization process, pre-fertilization. Okay, then fertilization. The fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. As a result of fertilization, a diploid zygote is formed. Diploid zygote means having 2n number of chromosomes, or 23 pairs of chromosome is equal to 46 chromosome. Okay, this is diploid zygote. Fertilization can be of following types: external fertilization, internal fertilization, monospermic fertilization, and polyspermic fertilization. Then let us discuss about external fertilization. If the fertilization occurs outside the body of the organism, it is known as external fertilization. For example, frog and fish. You can see the sperm and ovum are unite outside of the body. So it is called external fertilization. In some fishes, it is also found that external fertilization occurs in some fishes, frogs, etc. Internal fertilization. If the fertilization occurs inside the body of the organism, it is termed as internal fertilization. This type of fertilization is seen in those organisms which possess specialized sex organs for receiving and transmitting the sperm. For example, rabbit, hen, and man. You can see one diagram here, diagram of hen, internal fertilization. You can see the organelles involved in internal fertilization are testicles, sperm tubules, ovarian tube, ovary. These are present inside the body, so it is called internal fertilization. Monospermic fertilization. When only one sperm enters into the egg, it is called as monospermic fertilization. For example, frog, mammals, etc. Okay, monospermic fertilization means only one sperm can able to enter into the ovum, is called monospermic. Then polyspermic fertilization. You can see one comic picture here. When many sperms enter into the egg, the fertilization is called polyspermic fertilization. For example, reptiles and birds. At a time, many sperms able to fertilize the ovum. That is called polyspermic fertilization. In this process, twins are also formed. You can see one beautiful diagram here to easily understand what are identical twins and what are fraternal twins. Identical twins means only one egg and only one sperm fertilize, and they split into two individual. Then two embryos are formed and two babies are formed from there, and both are identical with each other. This is called identical twins. And fraternal twins means two egg and two sperms are involved here, and two embryos are formed. These are fraternal twins. Here the twins may be male baby or female baby, or both may be male, or both can be female body and female body. Okay, fraternal twins are different, but in identical twins are fertilized from one egg and one sperm. But the zygote is splitting into two portions. You have to remember this point here. Okay, then parthenogenesis. In this process, the female gamete undergoes development without fertilization and forms a new organism. It's called parthenogenesis. For example, lizards, turkey, honeybee, etc. They do not involve in fertilization process, but development occurs from their body is called parthenogenesis process. Okay, post fertilization, all the events that occurs after the formation of the zygote are called post fertilization events. The zygote divides through mitosis and develops into an embryo. This development of the embryo from the zygote is called embryogenesis. You can see one beautiful drawing or a picture here to easily understand what is embryogenesis. First, the zygote divides into after 1 day, after 5 days, after 25 days. What are the changes occurs in the embryo actually? You can easily understand from this picture. Cell differentiation also occurs at this stage where specialized tissue or organs are involved depending on where the zygote develops. Animals are classified as oviparous animals and viviparous animals. Oviparous animals means in this process development takes place outside the body when the fertilized eggs are laid in a safe place. After a period of incubation they hatch into young ones, for example reptiles, birds, etc. For easily understand, I involve here the egg. Egg, egg. During some animals are oviparous in nature, like hen, turtles, etc. Birds also. Then viviparous animals. Here development occurs inside the body after some specific gestation period. Young ones are born. For example, human being. Human being born from the mother body is directly human being, not the egg. This is the viviparous process. Okay. Then note, it is important to understand here that the amount of DNA does not get doubled during sexual reproduction because the reproductive cells or gametes contains only half the amount of DNA or half the number of chromosomes as compared to the normal body cells of an organism. So when male gametes combines with female gametes during sexual reproduction, then the new cell zygote will have the normal amount of DNA. Human sperm has 23 chromosomes and human egg has also 23 chromosomes. After fusion, 23 plus 23 is equal to 46 chromosome, which is the normal number of chromosome. It is only occurs due to the meiosis division here, not mitosis. So the number of chromosome is only 23, n number of chromosome, and n when combined they form 2n number of chromosome having the zygote. Okay. Then gestation, you can see here one picture of gastrulation of mammals, how the different cell organelles or organs are developed from the zygote or embryo are occurs in this process like this. Okay. Formation of ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm layer. Then after 2, 5, 7 days the organelles are gradually developed or growing off and they form into a young ones. Advantages of sexual reproduction. The sexual reproduction has many advantages over asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, the offspring produced is almost identical to their parents because of same genes. So, much genetic variation is not possible. This is a disadvantage as it inhibits the further evolution of the organism. But in sexual reproduction, the offspring, although similar to their parents, are not identical to them or to one another because the offspring receive some gene from mother and some gene from father. So mixing of genes makes various different combinations, so all the offspring have genetic variation. In this way, sexual reproduction leads to a greater variety in population, that is species can adapt more quickly to changes in its surrounding or environment. In asexual reproduction, same organism is produced from the parent body to the daughter cell, but in sexual reproduction it is vary. Why it is variable? Because 23 number of chromosome comes from the father and 23 number of chromosome comes from the mother here. So the offspring having different characteristic that may not come from the father, may not come from the mother, that may be a new gene. Okay, so sexual reproduction is quite different from the asexual reproduction. We can say that sexual reproduction promotes diversity of characters in the offspring by providing genetic variation. So due to the variation in their characteristic, variation of genetic nature or genetic characteristic also, new type of variation can also seen in the new embryo or new organism. This is the main advantages of sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction play an important role in the origin of new species having different characteristics. This genetic variation continuous leads to the evolution of the species to form a better and still better organism, which is not possible in asexual reproduction. This is all detail about sexual reproduction in organism.